Hi, my name is Javier Alejandro Diaz, and I'm going to talk about the QoE and net neutrality. So, first of all, we have the case in the United States. The US Federal Communications Commission, the FCC, started formulating a net neutrality policy in 2005, at a time when it was otherwise pursuing a deregulatory path towards the incumbent network operators that are the main internet service providers. Over the last 10 years, both under Republican and Democratic leadership, the FCC has persistently continued to pursue network neutrality obligations on the Internet service providers. The FCC's bright line and network neutrality rules now include no blocking, no throttling, no paid prioritization, no unreasonable interference. This is a catch-all for any newly emerging or not yet discovered discriminations and extensive transparency requirements. Now, the case in Europe, turning to the European network neutrality legislation that has been enacted to date, the major instrument was the 2009 revision of the set of directives that form the European regulatory system for electronic communication services, coming into effect in 2003. Through the term network neutrality is not used, the proposition that access competition plus transparency on data management equal to preservation of network neutrality is clearly enshrined. Thus, two changes were made within the directives. The obligations were placed upon the internet service providers to be more explicit about the network management policies that are employed, and national regulatory authorities, the NRA, were expressly given power to specify measurements parameters. And these national regulatory authorities could, subject to an oversight process, impose minimum quality standards on broadband suppliers if they had significant market power or dominance. And finally, the case in Latin America. Chile was the first country ever to pass net neutrality legislation, doing so in 2010, a year before the Netherlands became the second country to take that step. And Latin American governments may be responding to public demands. A recent Pew survey on the importance of internet freedom found that Latin America countries held 6 out of the top 10 spot of countries supporting unfettered internet access. So, researching and reading about the legislation in many countries of the region here in Latin America, the internet service providers offer plans where capacity and speed of access to the network are restricted. In a way, the neutrality of the network is violated. The legislation of the different governments is not clear about this and leaves many gaps that are used by the providers to offer a lot of services to the users with a lot of speeds, different data rate transmissions, and different, so many other things. I think if we have a clear legislation about the net neutrality, and this legislation were applied, the internet service providers would offer same plans to all people without the need to generate a certification or limitation of data and speed. So that's it. Thank you.